Right. Oh. Felt like I had to sneeze. Okay. All right. Good evening, everybody, on this cold and, for at least for me, snowy and really, really wintry Monday. I'm going to do one more on the Rio Grande for right now, and then I'll move on and I'll start working on some other ones because there's some other great routes that I want to check out. And sorry. And so I want to get with, I want to do this Rio Grande one more time. We're going to be doing Salt Lake City to help her because I was really impressed with it last time. I wanted to get out and just run the main line. So that's what we're going to do on this next activity. I'm going to, I'll go to it because I don't remember what the name of it was. So we have to go back to career mode. And then here, have to go back and find it once it decides to load, I guess. Any time now? Okay. I don't know if that's even an issue. Okay, I'm just gonna move on. Distracted by the loading wheel. Okay, so we're gonna be doing Soldier Summit. I think I called it Rio Grande, but that's what I've been calling it. But Soldier Summit, helper to Salt Lake City. That's the route that we're going to do. The activity or scenario that we're going to do is the Provo Empties. And I'm going to start with number 3 right here, Provo Empties. Then maybe we'll do winter deliveries. We'll see how things go. Provo Empties, it's in the spring. Looks like it's going to start during a rainstorm at 08:47 a.m. Can't really tell where we start at, but let's just jump right in and take a look. I'm gonna hit start, and I'm gonna cross my fingers and hope everything works, because never know. Like I said at the beginning, it was a very cold and snowy. Okay. Good morning, engineer. Oh, that's me. I'm the engineer. Okay. Good morning, engineer. You are cleared to join the main line and proceed all the way to Provo, where another crew will take over the train. I improvised that part. Where another crew will take over from you. Then you may depart when you're ready. We will start departing right now. All right. Go ahead and for the volume. It's really loud. That rain's really coming down. Something I want to do right away. I want to go ahead and open these windows. Barely see. It's the spring. It's getting a little warmer out. You can do that. Go over to the other side here to the conductor's window. I'm going to do the same over here. This window's open. That window up too. Okay. Kind of looks like when it's raining that the tides get a little darker, which I don't know if that's true or not. We'll have to kind of monitor and see if the rain goes away and that stays like that. So it looks like we've got the way off in the distance coming at us. It looks like another train. It's like the RailBlazer, as they call it. Anyway, get our train moving here, so that's what we're going to do. forward, first off. Bring in a notch 1. Rail driver's a little weird, so it's not necessarily, that's more like notch 1 right there, but got that. Yeah, on Rail Driver, when you move your throttle, the actual physical throttle, it's just a slide. There's no notches, so you can see how it wants to do the same on the game right here. And notch 1 is very tough to hold on to there, but I think we got it. We're moving now. We got her up to about 5. Hop back over to this side because I want to see this train as it comes by. Gonna take a look at this guy. Looks like that was a good switch. Gotta be watching our switches too. So you never know. Over there, a couple SD40 T-2s. Long string of piggyback cars, some TOFCs, trailer on flats. Looks like we're good ahead here. See a green light. Looks like speed limit's only 12 through here, so we're going a little bit over, but we'll bring it back down. I'm going to say that was another good switch. On the main line. We are out on the main line. Looks like we got a green light ahead there, clear signal. Coming up to a diamond up here too, and something really cool that I've noticed with this is as you go over the diamond, you will hear the sound of the wheels going over the frogs, and I really like that. I think that's cool. It's something I think that's like necessary if you're going to do a train simulation. You need to have certain sound effects you just have to have, and I feel like that's one of them. Check that speed again. Back to our driving interface here. We're still coming onto that 12 mile an hour. As we come through the yard, we'll stick around that. Too far. Speed limit. Oh, and another cool thing that I noticed is that if you are doing a freight train and you have a caboose on Soldier Summit, you can actually see out of the caboose, which is what we're doing right now. We're going to look out the window here and actually look out the window from the cupola right here. You can actually see inside the caboose right here, and you can move. I can move over to this side here. The train as it passes, even though it's kind of rainy out. I can open up the windows, maybe? Nope, I can't open up the windows in this, but still, very cool. Kind of like that. I feel like that'd be a cool aspect if you had a multiplayer game where you were playing with other people and you had somebody riding in the caboose. And back to the cab. Back to the front end here. We're slowing down a tad bit. 12 miles per hour is as fast as we can go right now, and I guess that's not too big of a deal, looking like got an approach signal ahead, so it's kind of taking it easy get through here. The head out view. It's pretty good. And it does look like that is an approach up there. I can't tell if these are signals. I think these signals do govern movement. Otherwise, then maybe they're just like switch position indicators. I don't really know, but I do know that definitely will govern our movement there. We're going to have to approach the next signal prepared to stop. Looks like way off in the distance I see another headlight too. Back to, oh no, that was the wrong button. Let me go back to the cab. Back in the cab. Still moving along. Actually, kind of going a little fast. Faster than we're supposed to go. No, about 30 now. Pick that speed up a little bit. Whoa, buddy, about to hit that bridge. Speed up, although we can't really... Yeah, is that a red signal right there? Oh, okay, that scared me for a second. I've had too many run-ins. I've had too many run-ins with these types of situations, so... yeah, we're looking okay for right now. The last thing we need is to run a red signal. I should speed up or not, because we're going to have to stop ahead and there's not really a reason to. Sounds like we're coming to the 13th South Street crossovers right here. That's what this is called. Or it's what we already passed. Another train coming by. And scroll over here so we can see a couple GP9s. Very nice. Love those GP9s, especially in that Rio Grande paint scheme. There's just something about that, the Rio Grande speed lettering. I really like it. Crossing coming up here. So we can see ahead here. Looks like we've got a red over green. Let me take a closer look at that. Yeah, red over green. So be crossing over up here possibly, something like that. Maybe. Reason to speed up too quickly. Looks like we're crossing over right here. Crossing over. I don't know, diverging clear or something like that, maybe. Not really sure what the Rio Grande signal were. Crossing way over. Okay. Speed. So we're supposed to be at about 15 right now. Got another train up here. Another piggyback trailer on flat car train. I really like these trains. It's really cool looking. Very 80s and 90s, probably more 80s to see the solid truck trailers on flat cars. Pretty cool. Stick our head out there. Those pesky hopper cars, those Rio Grande coal hoppers that we dealt with in that previous stream, switching those cars out in the yard. That was a whole lot of fun. And I'm not being sarcastic. I actually really enjoyed that switching activity. I want to go back and do some more of those in the future. 72. So we could probably do 60. That's probably our top speed is for being a freight train. I think sometimes when you see those speed limit boards and there's 2 speeds posted on it, it means top speed is for the passenger train, the lower is for freight. Let's see, how are we looking for speed there? Still at 30. No, we're at 30 now. We were at 15, so pick them up a little bit. And as soon as our train passes that speed board, and we'll probably be able to pick her up and faster. So Rio Grande definitely the Rio Grande definitely is associated or characterized by being a mountainous railroad, but in this particular route, Salt Lake City to Helper, and there's two routes. There's Salt Lake City to Helper, and then I believe the other one is Helper to Provo, and this portion, this route, Solider Summit, is actually it's got a lot of flat land running on it, or level land, and I really like that. That's something that I particularly enjoy. I like a little flat land running, and this is definitely the route for that. And I think not really knowing, just kind of having some preconceived notions on downloading a Rio Grande route, I'm thinking that it's going to be mountain territory, and this was not that, so. I'm very impressed with it, and that's why I keep coming back to do more streams on this particular route. So like I said, I know I've covered this, I think, in 3 streams, maybe 4 streams now, and I'm going to go back and start doing another route after this. So the next stream, which will be, this is my last Monday stream, and going forward I'm going to be doing streams on Wednesdays, so that will be the new schedule. Like I said, I'm going to try to aim for that on as much as I possibly can, plus there's some bonus episodes in there whenever I can as well, just to speed up. Now I'm going to drop this interface off here. So I am going to try to do that more often, as much as I can. I mean, I got a busy schedule, so just adult life things that happen, and definitely eat up a lot of time in somebody's life, and so that's just something I'm working on right now. Having said that, I'm going to try to do it this Wednesday. I'm not sure exactly if I will, but certainly next Wednesday, or the next stream. Thursday. Man, we are moving. I think the rain's starting to lighten up a little bit, or maybe it's getting heavier. I don't know. It's raining sideways. Definitely no big deal, because we are in the cab, we are staying dry, we're staying, I don't know, I would probably think that with the grass growing and all that, it's springtime, that it's probably in at least the 60s. 60s, maybe the lower 70s right now, so pretty good. I can't wait for spring to get here, because across the road. We got her. So that's something, definitely looking forward to springtime. It's kind of why I wanted to play this one versus the winter scenario that was next to it there. Just tired of snow. Tired of that snow. Okay, they're crossing. So this is something too, if you like these types of routes in the North Flatlands, just kind of a characteristic of a flatland route is that you have a lot more crossings at grade, a lot more road crossings. You have like the diamond crossback there. You're going to have a lot of that. You're going to have more of that, I should say. Then if you're on a mountain route, a mountain route is just because of its the hills and whatnot. It's easier to build bridges and underpasses and overpasses. You don't get a lot of crossings at grade like you're getting on this flatland. Train, looks like that train's taking a different route. Over here. I could get out. I guess I could just look out. Still pay attention to what I'm doing. The train going that way. It's kind of cool. This route has a lot of just alternate routings all along here with the headlights on. A lot of alternate routings. There might just be another main track through there, but I find that to be kind of cool too, that you've got all these different routes going through the town, city, I'm sorry, the city, Salt Lake City. But very, very much really like this route. And, you know, I don't know what I was really expecting with it. Another one of them trains right there, look at that. 2 GP9s on it. Don't really know what I was expecting from it, but I'm just, I don't know, I really like it. Really like it. Let me get back on that Santa Fe too. The Arizona Divide. That's going to be a really cool route to cover more of. I haven't purchased it yet, but the Cheyenne route looks really cool. I want to take a look at that. We do have the racetrack that I purchased. I got some BN SD40-2s that I want to take out for a spin. And do that in another stream coming up. And that's just Train Simulator. I also have 1.8 that I purchased a while ago, actually before Train Simulator, before buying Train Simulator. And I also got TRS, which trains with a Z. First one I bought, and I really like building routes on that. Depending on how much time you have, you can put some very scenic routes together in that game. Look at that. Oh, over the highway here, some kind of a highway interchange of sorts. Probably the interstate somewhere here. Interstate highway. So what I was saying about this route is it's very much your very urban environment, or you know, kind of a more urban environment than being out in the hills, and I'm really enjoying that. Yeah, see that? Lights keep throwing me off there. I think I'm seeing a red signal, and suddenly I'm seeing. I'm suddenly seeing like the red coloring, and I'm like, oh gosh, I got a red signal, I gotta slow down. But then it comes up and it's actually facing the other direction there. Trailblazer. Getting a lot of these today. Not complaining at all. It's a busy day on the main line, that's for sure. That driving really nice for me that right now. I'll hop back in the cab here. I feel like I have more control when I'm in the cab. You just can't really see as much. You know, it's just speed because I kind of lost a little speed there when I was just driving around. Terrific route. Just utterly fantastic. It's like a Y right there. A lot of houses, neighborhoods here. I'm sure we got some crossings coming up, I'm sure of that, just coming through this residential area. Something that you do have to pay attention to that in Train Simulator is running along on the other side, you can see you'll hit a red signal, I'm sorry, you'll hit a green signal, and you'll think, okay, I'm good. Next thing you know, you're looking at a red signal, and you gotta kind of pay attention to that stuff, and that driving interface really does help with that. Clear signal, and kind of got a straightaway right here too. Facing the interstate, maybe. Picking up some speed now. That's why I keep doing that. I keep going back to that driving interface because I'm like, oh gosh, what's coming up? It looks like we got a 40 mile an hour coming up right here. Since I've been over this road a couple times now, I do believe that is a pretty sharp curve that we're coming up to, so we're going to have to go ahead and drop that speed down. Don't know if it's quite going to require some braking. Go ahead and set up for dynamics. Because I think some light dynamics might bring us down to that 40. So we'll get into it there. Feel the slack running into the train. I'm sorry, you can't feel it, you can see it though. So maybe it took a little bit more dynamic braking than I thought, but we're getting down there, so that was the goal. Come off of that now. Come off the dynamic brake, looks like a clear signal, and you know, we're coming off to a, definitely coming through a control point right here, so take it slow anyway. I feel like that's a spot right there. It's kind of what I was saying about the signal rules. The rural country road right there. But the signal rules here don't really work like a typical fashion. So that's just an observation of mine. Like that signal back there, it's just a green signal. Probably should have been a red over green. Looks like more like a private crossing right here. Probably didn't need a blow for that. Look at that, like that's really cool too, just a old country road right there. Country road coming up here. Really cool. And we're back up to, we can get back up to our normal speed again, so. Some speed again here. Lots of crossings. This is definitely, if you like blowing the horn, this is a great route to do that on. To an old dirt road right here. Look back, see our train. Not too long. Not too long of a train there though. Gosh, it could only be like maybe 2,000 feet. Also coming up. Let's keep coming. Just keep coming. I feel like I got more visibility on the side of the cab on the conductor's side. It seems like it. I don't know. Probably just my imagination though. trains for TRS. I don't even know how trains got a hold of that. The train simulator got a hold of that, but the same horn is definitely feels outdated at this point. But I'd love to have like a Rio Grande, like a Nathan M3, and a great horn to have on this. I feel like we're not going that fast, but I think that's just because I'm zoomed in. Much faster than it seemed like. Much faster when you're zoomed out all the way like this. Excuse me. We're doing pretty good. Got another train coming up here. Train in the hole. Looks like we're holding the main, so that's good. Can't really rely on the signals to tell you to slow down. Oh man, we're holding up Amtrak. That's not good. Man, we're holding up Amtrak. Hey. Sorry folks. Sorry about that. Sorry. So sorry. My deepest apologies. Oh no. And I'm slowing down again. Okay. Back up to speed. Like I was saying, I've got a couple other train simulation games running, and then I've got TRS 2019 and Train Simulator 2022, obviously the one we're playing right now, and then I bought Railroads Online. Mess around with that. It's definitely, I mean, the stream would be comical. Watch me right now. I'm just kind of getting the hang of it. But something to point out is that every train simulator that I purchased, each of them have their own quality. And Train Simulator. Oh, and you know, I'm sorry. And I have another one, which is Train Sim World. We got Train Sim World 2, actually. CSX Heavy Haul. And, you know, each simulator has its own quality. And so for Train Simulator, for instance, the amount of quality routes available for purchase, and I haven't even really gotten into anything that's freeware yet, but the amount of content that's available, that's like high quality content, is pretty good. And now that goes for Train Simulator 2022. I don't know about previous versions. Train Sim World, they're very much, there's not a whole lot of content available for it. They're starting to put it out now, but still, like, it's kind of trickling in still. But Train Sim World is awesome for an immersive experience because of the quality and the detail and the attention to detail, I should say. It really makes for a great experience. The physics in that game are awesome. And then what I would say is, what the takeaway from that is that do lack a lot of variety. Which will change over time, but for now, well, that's what you're dealing with. You can't really like free-fly like you can in this. Like, I feel like you don't really have a whole lot of control over how you view the game. You're pretty much restricted to just kind of walking around, and which is kind of the point of being an immersive experience, is that you really are at ground level. You're looking at everything the way it's supposed to be, and that's real great. So that's Train Sim World. Trains, TRS, is excellent. You can just pretty much do whatever you want. The amount of content is just unbelievable. Now, a lot of that content is outdated, but a lot of it's free. There's a lot of good quality payware items, and it's just all together. It's a terrific, if you're looking to just like build your own world. I would almost characterize it as crossing coming up. I'd almost characterize it as a if you wanted to build your own model railroad, whether you're trying to make it look real or not. That's what it reminds me of. Run 8 simulator. I have questions. I have questions about it. Is it not being updated anymore? Like, are they done supporting the game entirely? Because that's what it seems like. I don't see a lot of new content for it. I don't see a lot of news or updates for it. Scenery-wise, it was a little lackluster. But operational-wise, playing like online multiplayer and all that, it's if you're looking for realism, as far as like working on a real operating railroad, then that's probably your best bet. There's a learning curve to it because it's not like a train simulator in the way that like the controls and all that are. There's definitely a learning curve to knowing how each thing, how to do different things and all that. And a lot of it's keyboard controls. There is no like point and click in that game. Really little point and click, I should say. Sorry. This right here. See, now we're getting into the hills. Hills now. Still looking great. Still looking awesome out here. Got some track work going on over there. Looks like maybe an industry's served for in that direction. Beautiful. So, you know, so I guess I can say this route is not entirely mountainous terrain. It does have a little bit of, I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm talking about today. I cannot talk today. I cannot form any sentences. It's not all entirely a flatland route. It does got some curves and whatnot in it, but still nothing too severe. Something that I've really been liking. I would love, this is just my own personal opinion, I would love to see like maybe something like the B&O main line in Ohio or Indiana, the New York Central main line through Toledo, not Chicago, but Cleveland. Excellent routes to see. Flat land, but you could a lot of trains, double track, and a lot of scenery too. But you know, the operations would be a lot of fun. Train coming up here. Busy day on the main line. Busy day on the main line. What's this? Coal train? Coal loads going somewhere. Alright. Definitely tell that we're on great. So for the Rio Grande, it would be awesome to see some, this definitely feels like an 80s route. I would love, though, I'd love to see some SD50s. Rio Grande had some SD50s, some GP30, I think they had GP40s. And they also had GP60s. I'm not sure if they had GP50s. But I love GP60s are really cool. I'd love to see some of those. I don't know if those are available or not. keep it to about 60 because I don't really think we're supposed to be doing 70, even though it says we can. Freight train, we should probably be doing 50, but I guess freights could probably do 60 out in the open countryside like it is right here. So go to driver's guide, you can see just how much progress we've made. So we're still moving right along here, got a couple more to go. Not a very long activity whatsoever. That horn, my friend, it's gotta go. I just gotta figure out how to fix it. Gotta figure out how to mod the horn on this engine. Get a Nathan M3, something that the Rio Grande actually had. Isn't too far off. It's just, I guess, just the fact that it reminds me of TRS so much. Right along. Right along. The crossing coming up, like I said, these crossings here. Yeah, see, that's all too roughly sometimes. Pretty sizable town right here. Oh, maybe we don't have a crossing. Okay, I thought we had a crossing right there. Yeah, it just does not sound good today. I feel like it's something's worse than normal. Slowed down coming through that curve right there, because that was pretty tight. But I think we handled it pretty well. Let's pick up some speed now. Check out that driving interface. Looks like we're still doing good for 60. Right back in the caboose again here. See our train moving there. It'd be better if we could see it with the rain hitting the window, but it's okay. Industry off to the side there. Back in the engineering but you know, it's been okay because we've been in the cab, staying dry. Watching the countryside roll by. Can't complain about that. Getting paid for it. Getting paid to do it. It's even better. And believe it or not, a lot of transportation guys, a lot of engineers and conductors, they get paid to work 8, 9, 10-hour days sometimes, and they're only doing a 5 and 6 hour day, still getting paid for it, so it's not a bad gig. A cow? Looks like a cow right there. Yeah, that's a cow. Oh, okay. Oh, another cow. Crossing the word. Got another one coming up. We're actually anticipating it though, so. Come on, give me a short blast. I'd like a nice short blast on that horn. Visibility is basically this square right here where the wiper blade is in contact with the windshield. Other than that, a lot of your view is just distorted with the water coming down. So it makes it difficult to run the engine, which, you know, I mean, yeah, that's realism. That's something you'd have to deal with. But I guess for purposes of, you know, doing a train sim, it's like I want to be outside, kind of getting a full view of the route. There's a signal coming up. Going downhill now. Touch it like that to get that short blast on the horn. But down too long, it wants to. Really, what it is it doesn't stop right away, so you blow the horn, and you let go, and you gotta give it like 2 seconds to cut out all the way, and if you go right back into it, that's what's messing it up. Not too far from the end of this scenario. Looks like going by the Easton Provo Yard and then stopping at Provo Yard, Trek 614. So that's 11 miles away. We're getting pretty close to the end of this one, and hop onto another one. Hop on another train, maybe take Amtrak again. See what the deal is. Maybe we'll do the second part of this activity. We can do Solider Summit, helper to Provo, I believe, is the next one. So that's another option. So here's another thing too, like as far as prototypical operation, you would not see a train because so close to the switch. They were holding back. They'd probably be way further back than that. I think there's like a 1,000-foot rule next to that. Except maybe he's switching the industry or something. That's the first time I've seen any of those cars in this route. Switching an industry back there. Some springtime rain. This is a rainy springtime day right here. Can't wait for spring. I'm starting to feel it now. The winter blues are starting to hit. Just gotta get past it. Rough drive home today. The highway was actually closed coming home. I had to take a detour route, and I drive like 45 minutes to work on a good day, so definitely gotta get out of this winter nightmare that we're in right now. It get really came down today as far as snow goes. That scared me. It's a green light. It's a red over green. This is another thing right here too. So if you're coming up to this, tell me ahead of time I'm taking a divergent route so I can slow down. I need a yellow over green signal, something to kind of just warn you that you're coming up to a spot that you gotta slow down. Wow. It's a big industry there, whatever that is. Real big industry. Or is that a yard? Looks like an industry. Man, a lot of tracks in there. Might be a fun scenario to go and switch that out. See if there's something like that available. So I'm pretty sure we're coming up to the end of this scenario, so let's see. Yeah, we're just going to keep moving along here, but getting really close to the end of this. 6 miles left in that. I gotta keep zooming in just to see what's going on ahead of me here. Crossing coming up. so we're going to be really close to the end of this episode, this scenario. Should probably start slowing down a little bit. Start slowing her down. I love it. Yeah, right over the diamond, just like that. Let's hop in the caboose real quick just so we can hear that one more time. That's really cool how that works. Yeah. Go. Love it. That's just great. So, in the yard scenario that we did the previous week, the rain cut out halfway through the trip. I was kind of expecting it to do the same here, but it's held on pretty steady for the entirety of the trip, so which is fine. But we do know they have dynamic weather in the train simulator now, just based on that last activity. Time to get that brake ball. Can't really tell if I'm in a first service or what. Kind of a light brake application to slow me down. I think we got it. I think that would be a light. It's starting to, yeah. Watch my brake gauges too, just to see. You're still showing me that it's... There we go, that's it. That's a brake application. That's like a 5-pound brake application there, so that should be good. Start slowing down. Slowing down, because we're going to be going into the yard up here. So, I see a clear signal. I see a green light. I see another oh, okay, alright. For a second I thought that this was maybe like the end of a long passing siding, but it just, the tracks kind of take a slight bend right there. That's another train, another coal train going by. Away right now, so we're still got a little bit more left to go here. But we definitely don't want to be coming in hot and heavy either. So we're I think we're doing good to slow down to keep her at about, yeah, it's 6:35 should be good for right now, just until we see where we're going. It's like another small yard right here. I don't know if this is just it's coming into the east end of the yard or the west end of the yard. Or the east end. I don't even know what direction I'm going in, so who knows? Sorry, I feel like I keep having to clear my throat. Just gotta grab some water here in a minute once we get yarded. Right there. Definitely coming back into the urban environment. I've really slowed it down now since I'm expecting to go into the yard at some point up here, so too fast. Traffic. Let's see what we got going on. I think I remember where we're at, so there's a station. Yeah, there's the passenger station right there. So we're coming into the yard now. I do believe this is Provo that we're coming into here. What are you guys doing outside? It's raining. Back inside the station. Some people, man. So, coming into the yard now. Back over on this side. See what we're doing. Looks like we're still going to stay on the main track for at least right now. Main track, or whatever you want to call this track at this point. Another mile, a little less than a mile and a half away. Gotta slow down to 15 up here, so do that. Very impressive yard, real big. So head out view, there we go. Yeah, that's a nice view there. into the yard. Here we are. Pulling into the yard. Slow. Hey, is that looks like an ad for California Zephyr right there. Billboard for Amtrak. Oh. Can kind of get a look here and see where we're going. It's like we're just gonna come down this. Almost looks like maybe a rival track or a departure. Oops. See, let's go to this side here. Looks kind of like just like an arrival track of some sort, maybe like a service track of some kind to bring a train into, so. Throttle a lot to when I just go down to idle, lose too much speed, and then when I got it into like the first notch, I'm really, my brakes still might be applied. I gotta check that. See, that might be my ailment. I don't know. I can't really tell with this. Yeah, I would say I think that's what the issue was. That's what happened with this. So now we're really gonna start moving back to that. Looking out the head of the train here. Head view of the train. Oops. Press the wrong button. So, I think we made it. That was actually the last of the stops, and then that just means I have to stop. We're certainly in the clear. I would feel like we'd want to go a little bit further up. But we can stop right here. Let me get a kind of an outside view, see what's going on. Yeah, this is probably where they'd want us to stop anyway. I say that just because it doesn't really look like there's a road. Maybe that kind of could be a road right there, but you're definitely got this little like, you know, it's fenced in over there. So this is probably where they bring these trains in for a crew change. So, and that's what it said at the beginning of the video was, or you know, but. The beginning of the scenario was that we were going to come into Provo and then have a crew change. So that's what we're doing. At least that's what we should be doing. No? Maybe I missed something. Let me go back to driver's guide. How far are we? No. We have arrived on time with plenty of time to spare. Well done. Scenario complete. I don't know. Was I speeding? Oh, I wasn't speeding, but okay, cool. We finished that scenario. Did quite well, I think. I turned off the experience points. Okay. Let's see here. Because I want to stick with. I want to see if. Let's see. So that was Soldier Summer, Helper to Salt Lake City, and then that next one is Provo to Helper. So that's the next segment. So I wonder if there was another part of that activity in here, and I don't know if there is or not. So, sorry, I heard something. I heard something. It was like a weird scratching noise, and when you got headphones on, you hear scratching noise, and you're home alone. You know, you're kind of cause for concern. So, all right. So, let's see what we're going to do next. Do the California Zephyr, but I want to stick with that same thing that we did before. So that's, I don't know if these are actually going to coincide with the other route. I did want to stick with the Soldier Summit again. So winter deliveries. So today you'll be taking a full consist of coal from Provo towards Salt Lake City. You will stop just short of Midvale Yard, where another engineer will take over from there. Sorry, I keep hearing stuff going on. 1824 in the winter time, that's definitely going to be a darker, definitely in the dark. Let's go with a railfan activity, a railfan scenario, just because, see, we've already been going about an hour and a half, so we'll do this to, see, I think we did Provo last time, did this, so we will do, I think this is Giluli? Jalui? Something like that? Okay. Let's do this, because I do want to check out the railfan scenarios for this. I am going to take a short break, I think. Let's see here. Yeah, I am going to take a short break real quick and just, while this is going on, and I'm going to go ahead and grab some water to fix my voice. But anyway, so we'll read this little prompt right here, which is, welcome to railfan mode. Use the various cameras to photograph passing trains by pressing the Control plus S on the keyboard. Zoom in and out by scrolling with the mouse wheel. For a better angle, press pause to freeze time and then move the camera to a new location. Close the message box to get started. We will do that. So we're kind of just out in the mountains here on this one, and I can already hear a train coming. I already hear a train coming. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that driver guide. We don't need that for this. Yeah, so we're just, we're going to be waiting on trains. We're going to be watching trains as they go by. And I do hear one coming. I don't know what direction it's coming from yet. Don't quite know just yet, so. See, you can see way over there. You can tell the aspect of that signal because you've got that. You can see it's flashing yellow over red from back here. It's kind of a glitch in the system, I think. Got Amtrak coming up here. Got an Amtrak train coming. Yeah, way up there we got a train coming too. Piggyback train. Mountains. Oh, all right. Lots of trains coming around the bend here, so just have to see. I think this is just kind of a big loop right here. Yeah, we got like 3 trains coming. Very cool. I'm gonna step away, grab some water real quick. Amtrak seems to be going a little slow. I feel like you'd go a little bit faster. I love that though. Look at the old Amtrak paint scheme right there, the old stripes, and then you got the 90s Phase 3 stripes there. Very nice. And then there's a freight train coming around the corner here. Yeah, you can see him right there. It is really cool how they have this set up. It's kind of, yeah, you just kind of walk around. Yeah, oops, bumping into the pallets there. So you can definitely see some trains. They don't make you sit and wait, that's for sure. So there was that, and then there was another one way over there. Yeah, it's still kind of along. It's coming around the mountain there. Gosh, it almost seems like it's going away from us. I don't know. Maybe that's already passed. Not sure. I guess we can kind of judge it by where Amtrak goes. Where is Amtrak? Kind of just disappeared. Is there a tunnel? See, I think we can fly. I think, yeah, we can get kind of a bird's eye view here and see what's going on. See how high we can go. Yeah, so yeah, there's Amtrak right there. We lost him for a minute, so yeah, all right, that's Amtrak. They're gonna go around. Yeah, it's probably a lot of the train coming too. I almost feel like I'm on a model railroad. Looking at model trains running around in a circle. So from up here, it's kind of glitchy. You can see that it's like the train's just kind of floating there. But maybe we'll go back a little closer to the ground. I mean, it's a train simulator. It's not really meant to be viewed from the air, I don't think. I mean, you're supposed to view it from ground level, and when you're constructing a route, you're building a route to be viewed from ground level, so you're considering that more than you're considering other things. So it looks like he's going to stop right there. Very cool. So I am sitting here just kind of contemplating, where I go from here as far as what to stream next, because I've been covering the Rio Grande pretty consistently here. I'd like to get back to some Arizona Divide again. Like I said, I do have the racetrack that I want to get into in the future. Like I said, I downloaded some BNSD 40-2s that'll look really cool on that route. I want to get, I was looking into the Cheyenne, is it Cheyenne? I think it's Cheyenne, Wyoming, the new route train simulator there that just came out. Oh gosh, what was that? I can tell you. I'll look it up. The route, Union Pacific train simulator route. Sherman Hill, is that it? Yeah, Sherman Hill. That one looks cool. I want to give that one a go. So check out Sherman Hill. And then there's a couple other ones too that are around there that I'd like to take a look at. There's the B&O Mountain Subdivision Retro Pack. I don't know if that would interest me too much. I like the older stuff, and I'm glad that they're finally starting to get some more some older era routes in Train Simulator. That's awesome. I would love to see the B&O maybe in the Mountain Subdivision. So that's another cool thing too, is that it's not it's usually they're covering Sand Patch, and in this one they're actually doing the Mountain Subdivision. So that'll be a cool one. The Hanover sub, that might be a fun one, but it is definitely contemporary, and it's more based in modern times, which isn't a real big deal breaker, but definitely want to consider checking out Sherman Hill. I can see myself getting that. Clinchfield, that's another one. Another retro route. Like I said, they're coming out with that now, so then there's the Granger Heartland, which sounds like another really cool route. I think that's Kansas City, that area. Another contemporary route in Train Simulator, meaning a modern, based in modern times. So I feel like that'd be a cool one to play, though. I feel like NS doesn't have a whole lot of routes. There's not a whole lot of NS-based routes in Train Simulator. There's the NS, the Norfolk Southern N line, which I don't know if that's a prototypical route or not. Raton Pass might be a fun one. That's the Santa Fe, and just judging from the cover here, it looks like it's taking place during the Santa Fe era, so that's cool too. You get the Pepsi can B-32s, which will be cool. So there are definitely, like I was saying, with Train Simulator, there's a lot of options available, a lot of great content that's somewhat. I mean, it's Dovetail, and I know they're not known for particularly the most stunning detailed routes, but certainly would be interesting to see some of they got a lot of content that is, like I said, not a stunning jaw-dropping route, as far as content goes, but still know that you're at least getting your money's worth out of the game. So I definitely give that guy a shot. Feather River Canyon, that's the Western Pacific. That would be a mountain railroad there, but it's cool. Just I think I want to buy it just for the fact that it's got the just for the fact that it's got the Western Pacific U-boats on it. The B boats. I think they're, let me see. What does this one come with? I'm looking at my phone and I'm just like going through all the different routes that Train Simulator has to offer. It's kind of hard to tell. Downloadable content. That's it. That's not it. Still trying to navigate the Steam app. Here we go. Okay, so more Feather River Canyon. Okay, so Train Simulator's Feather River Canyon route recreates the dramatic Western Pacific main line from Oroville to Quincy Junction, California, as it existed in the late 1960s and early 1970s, and the route also includes a segment of the Inside Gateway, Western Pacific's important connection to the Great Northern and later Burlington Northern from Ketty to Crescent Mills, as well as trackage of the lumber hauling Quincy Railroad short line. The route brings to life the remarkable locations and features of the Feather River Canyon, including famous Ketty Y and Spanish Creek trestles, bustling Oroville Yard and Roundhouse, and the iconic rail and road bridges of Volga, and the nearly countless tunnels such as the Honeymoon Tunnels near Belden at Western Pacific's visionary builders used to form WP into a railroad engineering marvel. Yeah, so you get the, including in this, you're going to get the GE U30B and the EMD F7, so you're getting two different engines. Now, am I wrong, or is that two less than you get? That's one less. Yeah, that's one less than you get with Soldier Summit. So, in Soldier Summit, you got the SD40-2 plus the GP9, but then you also got the Amtrak F40. So in this one, you're just getting two engines. You're getting a caboose and then a series of rolling stock, and then a few scenarios to go along with it. Okay, so the end of this, was this the end of that? Okay. That was some great action. Hopefully you captured lots of excellent photographs, which will have to be saved to my pictures folder on the computer. Why not upload via Steam and share with the wider Train Simulator community? Twitter, #WeAreRailFans. That's it for now. Happy railfanning. So that was a short activity right there. Successfully completed the railfan activity. All right. Gosh, there are some great routes. Man, I'm more tempted with this Feather River now. I have to kind of do a comparison because it's between Feather River and Sherman Hill now. Or maybe I'll just buy both. I don't know. Either way, I definitely want to hop into another route for the next stream. Like I said, I've kind of covered the Rio Grande extensively now. Yeah. So I guess comparing Soldier Summit, the two Soldier Summit routes, which first one is the Salt Lake City portion, the other is the Provo portion. I have to say that I like the Helper to Salt Lake City portion better. So that's just more personal. But if you're into the more rigorous mountain railroading, then you're gonna want to look at the you're gonna want to play Soldier Summit, Provo to Helper. I think that's where the serious mountain railroading is. Let's see what we got so far here. There's a couple routes based in England. There's the Northeast Corridor, Marias Pass. Yeah, I think I bought Marias Pass. I think I bought that one, but truthfully, though, it's just it feels like it was, you know, it's been done, right? Train Simulator, original Train Simulator. That's, you had Northeast Corridor and you had Marias Pass. I'm, you know, not at all arguing that it's probably such a big departure from the original, this new one for Train Simulator 2020. But it's just, I feel like I've done that route a lot, and like I said, I'm not a huge mountain railroading fan, but that's why I like the Salt Lake City portion of Solider Summit the best. Arizona Divide definitely got a lot of flat land in it. I think we will end the stream, but next week we'll come back with, I think Sherman Hill is where we're going to go next. So that'll be Wednesday. Sherman Hill for Wednesday. And until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like, leave a comment. Let me know how I did. And, you know, hit that follow button if you so wish to do so. And I think until then, I will see you next time.